Hi viewers, welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Until I changed the title, that is the title that I'm going with. And this channel is dedicated to your spiritual transformation and growth. To start off the occasion for officially embracing this authentic part of me and parts of me, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of wave some sage in the air here. This is the bowl I purchased from a local ceramic artist. She does these, but it's kind of messy in there actually. So I just kind of wave that out and about. And I would also like to just go ahead and ding my singing bowl here, just ever so slightly. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. To start off the series, I wanted to go ahead and say a mantra. I don't have it memorized yet, but I want to say this mantra at the beginning of every series. So this entire channel is dedicated to your transformation into truly transforming your life so that you're able to obtain the desires that you want. So on my previous channel, Shantia's New Chapter, I started a series called the Heal, Feel, Reveal series, where essentially towards the end of it, I came to revealing my truth and revealing my authenticity and understanding that I needed to dive further into this. And I realized it freed me. I really feel like I'm in a place in my life where I feel limitless. I have so many opportunities available just based off of my energy, and I want to dial further into this. So this is what this channel is going to be about. And we are going to be starting off with a series called Infinite Surrender, the ultimate glow up series. So who doesn't want to glow up in life, right? Everybody wants to glow up, but I'm just so excited for what next level can we transform? How can we transform even further? How can we align ourselves even further? So this entire channel is going to be dedicated to your alignment. How do we stay in alignment as much as possible, even when there's everything going on in the world, or even anything going on in our own personal lives, or even within us? How do we still maintain consistency over ourselves so that we're able to stay true to our desires? So this is the mantra that I created for the series, but maybe it will be for the entire channel as well. You are the priestess. You are the empress. You are the divine lover, mother, and wife. You are limitless. The world is your oyster. Everything is energy. Energy is everything. Do the energy work, stay in alignment, and become the ultimate magnet for your desires. What you desire desires you. So I'm at a time in my life where I am shifting out of victim mentality, and I know that can be something that is a struggle. Victim mentality, believing that you don't have power. But towards the end of my series, I started to realize, whoa, my gosh, we got so much power. What are we doing? And as women, we often mistake our vulnerability for a weakness, when actually the more you tap into your vulnerability, the more true to who you are, the more dialed in you are into being able to use your inner authentic power. So the Infinite Surrender series will be a series that helps you to transform and really step into your power as a woman. On this channel, I will also be talking about healing, astrology, the human design, anything I'm fascinated by, essentially, and whatever else inspires me. So I hope you guys enjoy this series with me and welcome this new change and transformation into your life. So today we're going to kind of start off with a short lesson talking about this limitless experience and how we tap into being limitless. So one thing that women often struggle with is having desires, because we are so empathic and we are very community oriented. We have a tendency to put others before ourselves. We have a tendency to think as like a mother, a divine mother, and want to protect our community, our people, or our children, therefore setting aside our desires. What I've learned is that our desires are actually very powerful. And women, if anything, have probably some of the strongest desires. When you allow your desire to flow through you and to choose and decide that it gets to happen, everything just falls into place naturally. And it comes to you with ease. Your life flows with ease as opposed to struggling. Women often get caught up in the mentality that they have to ask for permission. My thing that I've learned is we may not be the most vocal about our desires, and we may not necessarily need to be the most vocal. There's a time and place for speaking and for communicating your desires. The most important thing you need to do is energetically align yourself with your desire. If you have issues with fully aligning with your desire, the first thing you can do is you can write it down. And you can get practice writing it down, and write it down as if it is happening in the present tense. Affirm it. Affirm that it's already happening for you. Affirm that it happened for you. I'm so grateful that this already happened to me. I'm so grateful that all of these blessings came into my life. The reason why women are so powerful with just aligning with our desires is because we're natural magnets. When we align with our desire, we pull it towards us because that is how feminine energy works. It's a magnet. It pulls your desires to you. So you don't necessarily have to do all the work. You may have to do some work, the inspired work, but you don't necessarily have to do all of the work. Whatever desire you have in your heart, align with it and understand that if you're given a desire, think of a desire. A desire is also an instinct. So let's say you desire for more for your family. You desire for more for your kids. That's a natural instinct. One that's a part of the universe, right? Because the universe is expansive. It's always asking you to raise to the next level, to challenge yourself even further, to expand even further and infinitely within, so that you can align with attracting these desires in your outer world as well. If you align with your desire and become one with it and understand that the universe has given you those desires because it's part of your natural existence. If you think about the animals in the ecosystem, they already know how to operate in nature. For so long, for me, I was trying to be a fish on land, forgetting that this spiritual side to me is actually the part of me that comes so effortlessly natural to me. Why would I try to be a fish on land when I can be a fish in sea? So if you become one with your desire, you become one with the universe, and the universe will push those desires into manifesting for you with ease because it wants you to have your desires. It gave it to you because as one of its special creatures in its ecosystem, it wants you to operate on natural instinct. So align with your desire, allow it to flow through you, mentally, mind, body, spirit, align with it, say yes in your imagination, create it in your experience, and it will be able to come to you effortlessly. This is also why inner work is so important. Inner work is getting through those limited beliefs of thinking that you need permission, of thinking you need certain things to be in alignment or to be fixed or happened for you in order for your desire to be manifested. So this has taken me some time to learn and actually dial into. I actually feel so called now to return to Abraham Hicks' teachings. When I was first introduced to it, I was like, yes, I want to bring more of what I desire into my life, but it just could not click for me or with me because I still had more inner work to do. I had more limited beliefs to get through. And once you start to just tap into, okay, are there limits? When you get past a limiting belief, let's say you try something out and you just try it. Let's say there's a hobby you're wanting to do. You're wanting to dance. You try the hobby. Suddenly the limited belief doesn't exist anymore. You did it. You tried it. You were inspired. You followed the inspired action to dance. You danced and you realized you could do it. You could try it. Every time I tackle a limited belief and I just do the inspired action and I don't even think about whether I can or cannot do it, I just do it. Even though those beliefs may come up, I don't care. I just want to do it. If I just follow through the inspired action, set aside the disbeliefs, the limited beliefs, I've moved past my limited belief. Every time I do that, I realize we don't have limits. They're mental. It's all mental. It's a mental game that we have to shift out of. But you have to drop into your body, move with instinct towards your desire, and you will get past those limiting beliefs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end that lesson for today. I will be back every week with a new lesson because this is my passion. This is what I'm in love with doing. I'm so excited to be a part of helping to bring transformation and alignment to people's lives. What I like to do, I'll admit this is one of my guilty pleasures, is I like to do pick a card readings online, and I think they're so fun. However, there are often collective readings where there are so many limited beliefs coming up because in collective energy, there are a lot of limiting beliefs. In fact, most of the people I feel like who don't really have limited beliefs or who feel like they're limitless don't really do tarot readings. They don't do the pick a card readings anyways online. Maybe they do their own. They just do it. They go out there, they believe they can do it, and they achieve it. And, you know, the most materially successful people, they don't, try to get confirmation or validation every 5 seconds about whether something's going to happen or not. But it doesn't really matter. You want to do pick a card readings, it doesn't matter how often, how frequently you want to do it. What matters is you stay in alignment. What I learned from the collective readings is the collective is usually very limited in their beliefs and what they can obtain and achieve. And I'm like, I like listening to these readings, but when I start to hear those limiting beliefs, I reject them because they're not my beliefs. It's not part of my belief system. I'm not limited in that sense. I've done a lot of my inner work to heal and to grow to this experience. And now I'm just ready to stay in alignment and stay in the receptive mode to continue to bring those desires to me. So I wanted to create a space and a place for my viewers who feel like they can constantly stay in alignment. And, I like tarot, I love astrology. So I am going to introduce different things and tools where we can tap further into staying in alignment. That's what I'm interested in. It's not really like, can I do it? Of course you can do it. You just go out there and you just do it. You just believe it can happen. You create it in your womb, you create it in your imagination, and it will manifest. You just have to practice that belief system and affirming it and affirming it and affirming it and affirming it. And you have to take action quick. If you feel inspired to, just take action quick or trust it. Find a way to center yourself. So there's so much layers that we are going to get through in this Infinite Surrender series, the Ultimate Glow Up series. There are layers that we're going to get through. Confidence, learning how to socialize, this idea of introversion, extroversion. You can be extroverted anytime you want to. Everything is about energy and about tapping into the availability of resources of what you want. So I am kind of a shapeshifter. If I need to tap into something for it to be success, like for me, if there's a skill or something I need to tap into for me to succeed, I'll tap into that skill. Because everything is just always available all the time. Just like think about actors and actresses. They just tap into the energy that they need available. And that's how they're able to access their character. So we're all able to access the availability of unlimited resources available to us. So whatever you need, whoever you need to become to achieve the desires that you want to achieve, you can become it. We're not limited. So anytime you set a limit for yourself, this is all I can do. Even saying I'm just an artist, that's a limit. But I don't think of myself as just an artist. I think of myself as kind of a chameleon. Like I can do whatever I want to do that I'm interested in doing. And then it's just, what am I interested in right now? Because and in the astrology series, we'll learn to listen to this. If you tap into the resources of the astrological movement, so let's say there's the sun's going through Taurus, or the moon is going through a certain sign. If you tap into those available resources, you can build from those resources. So typically for me, whenever a full moon is coming, I get very creative, like insanely creative. I just bust out work. I just keep going. And I'm not really thinking about the moon cycles all the time, but I do notice that there is a pattern where I just have to create and create and create. You know, there's always resources to be made available. The animals know how to work in their ecosystem. On this channel, we're going to dive further into learning how to work with ours. And thanks to the magic of the universe, we have access to all kinds of tools. Astrology, tarot, intuition, which is the most powerful tool of all. Our eyes, our senses, everything is always guiding us. Okay, so I really feel like in this collective shift right now, we're all being called to elevate to a higher self, a higher truth, a higher creative path, a true authentic path aligned with who we are. So if you're ready to transform in this way and go along in this experience with me, please join me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back next week for another episode, and we'll see what else is there and ready to come out, because I am ready to just go. Thank you.